The following podcast contains spoilers and adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Greetings from Tromaville. This is Lloyd Kaufman, president of Troma Entertainment and creator of the Toxic Avenger. And, folks, when we're not making those great Troma movies like Tromeo and Juliet and Return to Newcomb High, Volume 1 and Volume 2, the Troma team and I like to kick back and listen to the best podcast in the world, The Showdown, because The Showdown is the most educational, the most emotional, and the most intelligent, and the most entertaining podcast in the entire world.
after these messages. We'll be right back.
Tis commercial time, laddies. Corey, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter and Letterboxd at NKOGonzo.
Vic O'Miller, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at you fucked me up. Vic O'Miller.
Well, you'll never plow a field by turning it over in your mind.
Oh, shit. You can find me at Miller King 51 on social media, also as Black and Angry. That's BLAQ and the letter N and Angry on all gaming platforms.
That is, you can find me at redscottcomedy.com. Links to social media, all types of things, fun things for you to watch. Videos, a bio to read, and that's about it. But go to bradscottcomedy.com, follow Brad Scott Comedy, and check out WrestleMania. That's WrestleMania with an A, WrestleMania. Me and old Corey here tackle the world of professional wrestling with a comedic view. And check out
the Miller Times podcast that Vic and I both
Lassie.
do, where we watch some different shows. And we
Do you
talk
remember
about
you're not supposed to do that one anymore?
them. Sorry. All right, Vic.
I thought you were going to drop the Subjective Comedy podcast. I'm not going to lie to you, laddie. I thought you were going to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I thought he was
You
going to
get
do.
bold.
too.
Okay.
So let's put this in hard. It's on tape now.
Mm-hmm.
Brad pushes WrestleMania. You do Subjective. I do Miller Time. You understand?
Okay,
Got it?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I think
All
I
right,
got
please,
it.
let's start.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
leave it in. There's no editing, but let's do it
no.
again. Corey, tell him about another podcast you got.
Yeah, Brad and I do another show called the Subjective Comedy Podcast. It's where we basically just talk about anything but politics and Brad's problems.
All right,
We talk about those.
You're supposed to throw it over to Vic, too.
Vic?
And if you want to hear Brad, if you want to hear Corey,
Vic. Got a bit of the got a bit of the bug in you now.
I got a bit of the. It's that green beer. If you want to hear us talk about a little bit of DC TV and Marvel TV, you can join Corey and I at the Miller Times podcast, where we talk about rate, B-rate, and discuss all of the TV comic book universes that are on right now.
And may the most you wish for be the least you get. Let's get back to the showdown. Welcome back to the Showdown podcast, laddies. That's a good commercial break. All right, Vic. We like to start off the movie part of the show with you know what. It's a. Are you ready?
I'm ready, sir.
'Tis I am not.
I want to see if you can do it with this brogue.
Let's.
No, he won't be able to make it through there.
That's ready. There's a little segment we like to call Bankroll or Bust.
Stand on this week's episode of Bankroll or Bust. Corey, you are going to tell us what the box office take for Leprechaun 3 on a budget of $2.5 million. What was the box office take?
Wow, 2.53, you say?
$2.5 million was the budget.
I'm gonna say $7 million.
You're an idiot.
Where's the sound, Vic?
I don't have it because I've lost my sound effects. I'm working on it. But you're an idiot,
Bum
Corey.
bum bum bum. Wow, wow.
Corey,
Yeah.
you know that this movie never came out in the theaters, right?
No.
It literally has no box office take. You could have said 0 and 1. That's all you had to do.
I didn't know it didn't go to the
It
box
was a
office.
straight to video.
I had no idea.
All of the Leprechauns except for the first one are straight to video, dude. Nobody puts these movies back out in the theaters.
The remake didn't it? No, that did go to
No.
Yeah, Corey.
Dude, we lobbed you a softball.
It's like
How
the
am I
old.
supposed to know
It's like the
that?
old Irish saying: "A family of Irish birth will argue and fight, but let a shout come from without and see them all unite."
How am I supposed to know that this didn't come out in the theaters?
Well,
Dude, It's Leprechaun.
Yeah.
So?
Never scald your lips with
talk-
another man's porch.
This is our third year doing the Leprechaun movies. And last year we talked about the fact that all of the movies are straight to video.
Well,
Since the first. Literally had these conversations.
If
So
I
I was
heard
giving,
you-
I was
if
tossing
I-
you a softball.
if I heard you say that, I just figured you were saying that and you didn't really know, but nobody's going to call you out on it. So,
Still,
so
Corey,
I tried to give it to him. I tried, Brad.
Corey, what
tried.
did you think? Does the movie hold up or not?
yes.
Vic?
I actually like this one. So yeah.
Excellent.
or
I give it a oh yeah as well.
Oddly enough, as much as I hated the last one,
Yeah. So, what do you think, Vic?
with it being in Vegas and everything, and it's kind of silly. But I just recently came back from Vegas, and I remember walking around, seeing all the people in the costumes and shit walking around the street, and nobody paying them any attention.
Mhm.
And the fact that in this movie, when he's walking around out there, not one person pays any attention to him
I
walking
thought
around
that
on the
too.
street. And I was like, this is ridiculous. And then I thought back, I was like, no, it's actually true. Nobody fucking pays attention to anybody on the street in Vegas.
It's kind of like
So
New
he
York in
literally
that
could've
way.
just walked around. It was cracking me up. But like the jokes in this one, I think were a little better timed than the previous ones. It wasn't like the first one; they were just kind of forced. The second one was just, I don't know. I didn't think any of it was really funny.
Mhm.
But this one, like the jokes that they had in there were kind of funny. Him beating the shit of the guy with the shillelagh was cracking me up.
Yeah.
They predicted the Kardashian effect before the Kardashian effect ever actually happened.
How you say that?
The white chick with big boobs, a huge ass, and gigantic lips.
Yeah.
He called it. So it was funny. I liked it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. The effects weren't all that great. They weren't.
No. Well, it's Leprechaun.
Yeah. Well, not only that, it's like early '90s, so of course
Yeah,
they're not going to be that great. So of course those still don't hold up. But that aside, I think it's still held up pretty well. My only question is, in the beginning, some crazy dude brings a statue of the leprechaun into the pawn shop with a medallion. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Because the end of the end of the second one, didn't they like blow him up or something? Like deep, like he was trying to make out and have sex with that one chick, and the one dude came and saved her, but they killed him, right? Like they.
I don't remember now.
Brad doesn't. Remember.
I don't remember.
either.
I don't remember the
Yeah.
exact ending. I know it didn't have anything to do with the freaking medallion. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
know
looking
it
for his
didn't have
coin.
Anything
Yeah.
to do with that?
It was
medallion.
always about the coins.
Yeah.
The first two movies. That's all it
Well,
was.
that's what this one is too.
It is.
He's looking
But
for his
Well,
coin.
maybe there's more because we don't know who that guy was either. Like
Yes.
the one armed guy from Ipanema shows up with this statue.
exactly. How'd he get a hold of this thing? We're just starting the movie right in the middle of the story here because that's not the way it ended at too.
Something else has happened. But,
Yeah,
I mean,
so I
at
thought
least
that was
they
funny.
went from California to Vegas, so they're working their way back. At some point, they'll get there.
I do like the change in scenery. It added a different feel.
I actually have a clip of the leprechaun talking to the guy about getting his gold coin back.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just asked out.
Call this motherfucker.
Yo, dog, hurry up!
Fuck. Come on, man. Wait, man. Man, I'll suck your dick. Come on, man. Just hook me up.
The fuck you just say, nigga?
Man, I said I'll suck your dick. Come on, man. Just get me fuck.
Damn. Suck on that, you bitch ass trick. What the fuck you doing?
Brad.
Yo, dog, hurry up! Any of y'all want a hamburger?
Brad. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. That's Menace to Society.
Ah! Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I like to change the scenery in Vegas.
You don't remember the part where the leprechaun was like, I suck your dick, laddie.
No, don't remember that part. I do like to change the scenery, and I do like even the early '90s kind of style and fashions that with the clothes and everything. Did you notice the Warwick Davis cameo as himself?
What?
Yeah, when the dude first goes into the casino and they're showing different shots of people playing on slot machines, one of the people on the slot machine is Warwick Davis.
I didn't notice that at all.
Yeah,
I missed that completely.
I was like, holy, why? It's funny. It's funny to see because it's another. What are the odds you'd get another little person at the casino at the same time they're shooting that? So, but yeah, you can clearly tell it's him. There was one other scene that I thought, damn it, now I'm forgetting.
Where he saws the guy in half.
Oh, I know what it was. It was the computer program that the guy at the pawn shop was watching and was trying to learn from, and it was just so cheesy.
You're like, if you have a leprechaun and you get wishes off of each one of his coins, and it's like, but if you have two leprechauns, their power is going to cancel out each other. I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, first of all, they didn't have Google,
yeah.
So he went on Lycos and pulled that up.
No, I think that was a video game that he had. That was, I mean, the graphics were so bad, but it reminded you of how bad that they used to be. It's like, yeah.
That and like the weird thing, like one of the weirdest things was when he was being seduced by the chick that crawled out of the TV, and then she just turned into like a sex robot or something. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is that random craziness? And then she electrocutes him. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
I thought Caroline Williams, who played the one that ended up getting the big lips and the big ass, I thought she was good. I liked her. She was in Texas Chainsaw 2.
Yeah, she's in a bunch of fucking slasher movies.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of your murder mavens.
Yeah. Brad, what about you?
For what?
Any likes, dislikes?
I like the Leprechaun's sense of humor. Thought he was really funny. And the whole trying to get back his gold. You kind of feel for the guy.
Yeah,
it's something we can all relate to. Chasing our own pot of gold.
Yeah.
So in other movies, we've noticed we've seen him bite people before, but no one's ever turned into. He's never been like a were-leprechaun. Yeah. So all of a sudden in this one, he's a were-leprechaun, and if he bites you, you turn into a leprechaun. I'm like, I don't remember that happening any other time.
Yeah,
because I know he bit what's his name's ear off or something, didn't he? Or something. He bit one of the kid in the first one. He bit him, and nothing happened to him.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yeah, I think they kind of change the rules as they go on.
It's modified.
Well, I mean, you've got to do your own growing, no matter how tall your father was.
Now, here's what's interesting. Next year is we do Leprechaun 4 in space.
Oh, Jesus.
I watched the trailer.
And they figure Jason did it, so he can do it, too.
I watched the trailer for this thing, and it is so bad.
But 'tis better to spend money like there's no tomorrow than to spend tonight like there's no money.
I mean, in this series, they're taking...
Well, Corey wouldn't know anything about that because he thinks the movie made money at the box office.
You're supposed to ignore him. And it takes a serious It's going to take a serious nosedive next year. Because like they showed like the computer, the CGI for the space and the ship, and it's just like awful. So yeah, this is gonna be bad next year.
It's like they always say, may your home always be too small to hold all your friends.
Vic, you got anything else?
I'm so done. I can't with him right now.
It's because Vic knows there's only one thing worse than being talked about, Corey, and that is not being talked about.
You realize how few deaths were in this movie?
Well, there were only 5 people in the whole fucking movie, dude. There were like maybe 6.
No, that's how many deaths there were.
Now, I'm talking about like the actual people that were involved with the movie. You had the leprechaun, the kid and the girl, the magician, the owner of the bar, the car dealer, yeah, and then the owner of the thing. There was only, and then Gupta.
Oh, don't forget the bad guys. Those 2 bad guys.
Those 2 bad guys were who were they? Like, were they loan sharks? Like, what
I have
the fuck
no
were
idea.
they?
It was never.
I
explained.
thought they worked for him.
No, because they were going after him for something.
I don't know what the hell it was.
And
the
scene where they're standing there waiting for him to show up, and they just keep talking about random stuff about their underwear, the type of underwear that they wear. I was just like, what in the hell is this?
He's like, I like it to hang. I'm like, what the fuck? Random fucking shit.
I know.
I like boxer briefs. Where do you guys go?
And the scene went on forever, too. I was like, oh, my God. You're just trying to pad your
What kind
time.
of underwear do you rock, Vic?
Boxer briefs.
Are we really going this way?
Corey?
Are we really going this way?
I'm thinking Corey doesn't wear any
Corey
underwear.
wears
So he's
tidy
avoiding the
whities.
question.
Yeah.
Tidy whities.
No, hell no.
Where do you go?
Boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs?
Yeah.
Oh my
The
God,
longer
you know.
boxer briefs or the shorter boxer briefs?
It depends.
You go depends. That's good for a man your age.
I walked right into
Very
that
smart, Corey. Very forward thinking there for you.
Oh,
Yeah, you never know when you're going to have an accident.
one. Yeah, walked right into that.
You walked right into that one, Corey.
Yep.
Hey, here's to hell. May the stay there be as fun as the way there. Did I tell you never scald your lips with another man's porridge?
With another man's what?
Porridge.
Porridge.
Oh.
Keep your lips off other men's porridge.
Where the tongue
So-
slips, it speaks the truth.
Next year, we have to do Leprechaun in Space.
Mm-hmm.
Corey,
Yeah.
I'm reminding you now.
Okay.
So it's on. Remember that these are direct to video. Okay?
Okay.
Just remember that. I'm going to try
He's
to.
still going to guess a number. I guarantee it, laddie.
I know he will. I know he will.
Is that the wrap it up signal you'll give me there, Corey?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, fellas. May the hinges of our friendship never grow rusty.
Oh, God.
WD-40, bitches.
That's right, Vic. This has been the Showdown podcast. We appreciate you joining us for this here Irish Centric St. Paddy's Day episode. 3 days too late. I guess by the time it comes out, it'll be 5 days too late.
Yep.
May your home always be too small to hold all your friends, and may your downs always be show. Thank you for those with the showdown syndrome listening to the episode. We greatly appreciate you. We'll see you next week. For Corey Miller,
Yep.
for Vic Miller,
Yep.
I'm Brad Scott. This has been the Showdown podcast.
Last time we saw a man, he was left hanging, and his lucky charms were a mixed up marshmallow man.
Crunchy old cereals. How will I ever fix it? I know what to do. Orange stars. Yellow, green clovers. Blue diamonds.
And purple horseshoes. Onto this complete We fixed up the mix-up.
Yeah, it was a breeze. Those the lucky charms.
Are magically delicious.
They're magically delicious, bud.